The only thing worse than losing a pitch is winning one, because then all the work starts.
I think everyone in 2024 needs a little bit of positive affirmation. Oh, sorry. Successful people never worry about what others are doing.
None of the big success stories gave a shit about their competitors. Amazon never cared, Apple never cared. They were never following someone else. Whereas there are loads of examples of businesses trying to follow those other people and going out of business doing it. And if you're copying someone else, you're too late.
If you feel like you're losing everything, remember that trees lose their leaves every year and they still stand tall and wait for better days to come.
We've lost every one of our biggest clients ever. Ever. And then we move on. We move on to bigger and better things. So what? Move on.
I will move on. Continued persistence overcomes almost all resistance.
Persistence alone is not enough. If you're not able to see the opportunities, you're not in the right place at the right time, it's not going to work.
I think you can waste a lot of time by doing things over and over. This is the literal definition of insanity.
A business is simply an idea to make other people's lives better.
Definitely. Every good business solves a problem. The only way you'll succeed is by finding a big enough problem that you have a solution to.
Never be afraid to try something new, because life gets boring when you stay within the limits of what you already know.
When bad things happen for the first time for us, we all find it quite exciting. Most people, I think, will go, oh my God, it's terrible. And we go, oh, this will be fun.
And people around us are like, oh, you worried about this, you worried about this. And quite enjoy the learning experience of going through things like that.
Next, be stimulated by rejection.
If you're scared of rejection, then you're just going to do nothing.
You've got to be careful with taking on feedback and rejection. And I think ultimately, you've got to know deep down, is this the right thing? Are we doing it? And then stand behind it.
If people are doubting how far you can go so far that you can't hear them anymore.
I'm a prove the doubters wrong kind of guy. I started my first business in journalism because the Bournemouth Echo said, you're not old enough to come and work experience here. And I was like, all right, well, I'll build a bigger journalism business than you are, like, in the next year.
Who are you proving wrong now then?
Probably best not to talk about it on the vlog. In all the different business parts of my journey, there's always been someone or something that I'm trying to prove wrong.
Don't count the days, make the days count.
Yeah, I think that one kind of goes without saying. Next.
Big results require big ambitions.
A lot of the time, that's about standing strong in what your beliefs are.
Yeah, the model's probably a good example of that.
Yeah, an easier model would be how everyone else does it on cost plus and time, but it's not the right thing for us as an agency, it's not the right thing for our clients. And so at the very beginning, we could have just accepted that other model like everyone else did, and then we wouldn't have ever really mined the data in the same way, we wouldn't have used as many influencers, would have just been like every other agency, and we wouldn't have been able to deliver the results we have for our clients. So I think sometimes you've got to really understand what you believe in and then stand strong and take risk, right? You've got to be willing to walk away from bad business, which is the biggest mistake I see agencies make. The only thing worse than losing a pitch is winning one, because then all the work starts. And like a lot of the time, if it's been a really big negotiation, the clients push you down into such low margins, everything else, and the staff don't like it, they become unhappy, then they start to leave, then you've got much bigger problems than that individual client.
When everything seems to be going against you, remember that the airplane takes off against the wind, not with it.
We have a huge moments of failure. All the big successes we had barely contributed to our success now. And all of the biggest failures we have are the reason we are where we are now. When we failed today, yeah, it's frustrating and everything else, but I am able to think, okay, but fuck, I bet we'll learn from this.
Well, a great example of that is we failed to launch the vlog time after time after time after time, where we just were too scared to just get it done. Hire the right people. Are we going to hire the right people? Is it going to happen? What if it doesn't look how we want it to look? What if we can't do it every day? And then we just went, fuck it, we're going to do it, and we're going to hire the next person that we talk to. Unfortunately, that was you. But on the whole, pretty good decision. Sometimes you just need to get on with it and make a decision, and negatives actually spark us into positives.
Experience is what we call the accumulation of our mistakes.
It sums it all up perfectly. I think it's a beautiful way to end.
That's the best one.
All right.